take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that splash, this that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we.
It's the newest stadium on the NFL landscape, and it might just be the grandest as you get a look at SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
This is Carson. This inside the 35-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Marshall now, the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Stafford on first down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 11. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Stafford now to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
At the 22-yard line.
Here is Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And 2.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now an option play on 2nd down. Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Going on the ground with Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think, a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Batted in the air, now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, the 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Stafford, and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, here's Stafford. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Charger drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for the offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Paul Adams.
Throwing again. Stafford. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
First down, Seahawks.
On first down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Wilson. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Wilson will throw again. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Myers able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Kickoff for Seattle.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Marshall now, the return. A good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on second down, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On third down, Stafford. He's airing it out for Williams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off about the 31. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
Ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
They run again with Carson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
The score is Seahawks 24, Chargers 3. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Marshall now, the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
The 34-yard line.
Here's Stafford. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run here with Eckler. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 50, Stafford. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, LA. Stephon Diggs. 50 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And no return on this one as the fair catch a single for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season, the future bright. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, Chargers 10. Jason Myers to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Marshall now, the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. To throw again. Stafford. Caught by the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw is Stafford. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Seahawks take over.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Now it's SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They go play action here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On second down now, it's Carson. Carson, the first down and more. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 39 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Come on, boys.
The Charger drive about to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. An incomplete and excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3rd and 2, Stafford. Open man is Anderson. Well, he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 67 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Marshall now, the return.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
4 receivers now in the formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
The 43-yard line.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. 21-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now left side on the swing pass. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
Seattle.
To throw again is Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
To Travis Homer. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
A tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to let it fly. That will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. They snap it to Stafford. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
4-yard line.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
First and 10 at the 41-yard.
First down at Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Second and 10, Stafford again. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. One last throw here for Stafford. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. A turnover on downs. So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Seahawks, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.